Thank you very much at magandang araw mga kaibigan. Nagbabalik po ang inyong programa, ang AksyonCentralLuzon Special Edition. And today is very special because we focus on Korea, South Korea, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we have invited people from the Embassy of Korea. And but before that, I'd like to introduce my co-host for today. She's the one who made this responsible for this interview to her office. We have our two friends from Korea to talk about almost everything about Korea and their relationship, especially the economic relationship with the Philippines. I will introduce my co-host, the director for the Foreign Service Institute of the Department of Foreign Affairs, of course, our former ambassador to Vietnam and many other countries, Ambassador Lula quiambao-delrosario. Ma'am, welcome again.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here again.
And of course, as we said, we have friends from the Korean Embassy. We have Councilor Myung Jun Kim, or MJ, who is a lawyer,
yes,
right? You're the trade counselor for trade, or?
Well, actually, my license is in America. Technically, I'm not a lawyer in Korea, but I can still divorce you in America.
Okay. Okay.
He practices law in the U.S., yes.
And of course, we have the Counselor for Culture and Public Relations from South Korea, Sung Young Wang, or Sam, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Sam Huang.
Well,
And
welcome
MJ.
to Clark, huh?
Yes, yes.
Are you aware that you're tops in Clark when it comes to investment?
Yes, I do. Especially last year, we had a very big investment club, STS Semiconductor, which is a sister company of the big global Korean company Samsung. They already started production last February, and they will provide the semiconductor all around the world from the club.
You do more business now, huh?
Yeah, we have some other big companies in Clark, and also Subic. We have Hanjin shipyard.
Yeah, Hanjin.
Yeah, it was the one of the biggest investment in the Philippines, hiring 22,000 local employees, and already delivered to more than 20 ships. And it shipyard actually made the Philippines number 4 biggest shipyard, biggest shipbuilding country in the world.
That's 20, I'm sorry, it's 20 ships in how many years?
They started operation from year 2008. So 3 years, 20 ships, around 6 to 7 ships a year. Mostly containers and chemical carriers and bulk ships.
I heard you were expanding in Cagayan de Oro. Is that a correct?
Me? Yes.
I mean, Hanjin, I've heard.
Hanjin had a plan to open another shipyard in Cagayan de Oro, but shipbuilding industry, they have some tough years, especially year 2008 and 9. So they haven't decided it yet. Still up in the air.
Okay, let's go back to Korea. What is the standing now of Korea in the whole world in terms of
GDP, yeah.
In terms of GDP, we are
12.
You're 12 in terms of GDP.
12, yeah, in terms of GDP, I'm not sure, but around the 12th in the world.
And in terms of trade, Korea is number 10 in the world, yes, because our economy is heavily dependent on trade. Almost 80% of our GDP is coming from trade. Our internal market is rather small.
Yeah. So it's export oriented.
Yeah, we heavily oriented.
Yeah. In terms of cumulative investments in the Philippines, how big is the volume of investments? Cumulatively, I mean, since you started, like, do you say that you have reached, let's say, 1 billion in terms
of the total investment to the Philippines from Korea?
Yeah.
Well, I have to.
Okay. Before we, before you answer, I'm sorry.
That specific figure.
Yes. Anyway, can we, while our colleague MJ is looking for the data, can you tell us roughly how many Koreans there are in the Philippines right now?
We expect that around 120,000 residents here in the Philippines.
Yes. In the Pampanga area, how many are they?
Central Luzon, it's about 12,000.
12,000.
In the park,
mostly in
Like Angeles.
Batangas. Yeah.
That's 12,000 most in Angeles. So that's 10%. Are
Almost,
in,
10%,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
That's right.
Almost 10%.
Okay. What businesses are they involved in? I mean, are they private businessmen, or I mean, what brought them to the
Yeah,
Philippines?
mostly private
Private
businessmen,
business.
and mostly tourism,
Tourism.
and the restaurants, and
Yeah.
also some education, especially teaching English to Korean students.
Okay.
But you started with missionaries, huh?
Yeah, they have
missionaries,
also
yeah,
some
missionaries.
many
Yeah.
missionaries.
Yeah.
Over a decade ago, I saw a lot of missionaries
Yeah.
in my village,
Yes, in
going to the mountains and
Yeah.
spreading the word.
yeah, even in Mindanao, they have many missionaries.
Yes. It's surprising to know that the number of Catholics in Korea is 1/4 of the population. According to statistics, I read it somewhere. They said 25% of Koreans are Catholics. I
Yeah.
suppose,
Not Catholics,
yeah,
Christians.
Christians,
Yeah,
yes,
Christians,
Christians.
yes.
Including Catholics.
Yes.
Yeah, Catholic,
So
yeah.
can we say that most Koreans who are here are Christians, those who chose the Philippines, or doesn't really matter?
Statistically, maybe also quarter of Koreans here could be Christians.
But it's not the main reason. That's just the cause of the religion. They don't
Yeah.
come here.
Yeah.
So,
But it's, in a way, it's true that Philippines has a big population of Christians.
Yeah.
Makes many Koreans feel comfortable
Yeah,
here
feel
in the
comfortable,
Philippines
right.
because
Yeah.
Philippines and Korea are two biggest Christian country.
Yeah.
in Asia.
In Asia.
In Asia, yes.
Yes.
Right, so,
Yes.
yeah.
So, is it all right to ask the question, what common problems do Koreans face in the Philippines?
The number one problem is the language. I think
Language.
is, even though you speak English,
Yeah.
for Koreans,
Yes.
English language is not native language, so they have problem. But and also even they can speak in English, but Filipinos doesn't speak. They don't speak English that much. Then
Yeah.
we expected they speak Tagalog and
Taglish.
another Taglish.
Yes.
So the language barrier is, I think, the most biggest problem they face.
Yes.
And then another issue is security issue.
Yeah,
And,
security.
and,
Yeah. Are they victims of crime?
yeah, sometimes. Yeah,
Sometimes.
sometimes.
In urban areas?
Even in urban areas,
Yes.
they were victimized.
Yes.
So they are a bit worried about the security issues.
Yeah.
It is not strange that Korean is number one victim of the crime in the Philippines because
They're number
Korea is the number one foreign community in the Philippines. So naturally, could be the
naturally.
We have 120,000 Koreans living in the Philippines already. So they are facing this kind of security problem every day.
Yeah.
When did the trouble bug hit the Koreans? Because you're spread out all over the world, right?
Yes.
Koreans. When did you start traveling and staying in some countries?
It's almost a century old, I guess. Yeah. Yes. So, but after
After 80s,
80s, 70s, 80s,
we
so many-
liberalized the foreign travel.
Yeah.
People there, it was a government who decide who could go out.
Yes.
Yeah, the passport wasn't given freely.
So before that, you had restricted travel.
Yes.
As soon as the travel ban was lifted, you started
Yeah,
more and more
more
going
and
out.
travel
Yes,
out,
yes.
travel out.
But it became noticeable for us in the past 10 years.
Yes.
I mean, you have,
Why-
you know, you go down Friendship Highway. It's like Korea.
Korean village.
Korean village. Yeah. You've seen that. Yeah.
And our golf course, Mimosa, they call it Kimosa.
Yes,
Yes.
so many
Yes.
Koreans come here. Last
Yes.
year, as far as I know, last year, the number one foreign tourist here in Philippines is Korean.
Yes.
Last year, there are more than 700,000
Yeah.
people, Koreans,
Yes.
visited the Philippines.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What plans do you have right now in terms of new investments for the Clark area?
But not especially to the Clark area, I cannot say more specifically, but the number one area we have invested in the Philippines is manufacturing, like electrical goods and also garment industry and some tourism. But nowadays we have seen more investment in the renewable energies and power plant.
Power plants.
But also mining and agriculture. So our investment in the Philippines is now to many areas from the conventional area of manufacturing. But still, there are some restrictions for the foreign investment in the Philippines.
Yes.
For example, service industry is heavily restricted by the regulations for
Specifically which area?
You know, retail business. You have to invest more than $2.5 million.
In retail?
Yeah, for the foreigners.
Yeah.
So retail business smaller than $2.5 million is strictly for Filipino people. I understand this is to protect the Philippine people, but for like a Korean restaurant,
Yes.
it wouldn't really set Philippine
There's a
local
restriction
restaurants.
on Korean restaurants?
They cannot open Korean restaurant without having joint ownership or something.
Ah.
Yes.
Because they are retail business,
Yeah.
like a supermarket, grocery
Yes.
store. They are all restricted by $2.5 million
Yes.
cap.
Yeah, and I think that's what the Japanese want to get into also, and the Americans, the retail business, you know, Walmart, and
They have
but-
started already. Also.
Yeah, yes, and I suppose that's shoe mart competition.
Oh.
Yes.
So, okay.
But the competition is not always bad for Filipino people. You could enjoy better quality product at a more reasonable price.
Yeah.
What can we pick up from you, from the Koreans?
Well, actually, we liberalized all service sectors already. When we joined OECD in year 1995, we liberalized most of our service sectors to open to foreigners. So there are still several restrictions in specific areas concerned to the some communication and some military areas. Except that our service markets are widely open to foreigners.
Yes. Yes.
You work differently. You have different work habits compared to
Work habit.
yes,
Like
Compared to Japanese. Or Americans.
Filipinos.
Yeah,
especially.
Filipinos, of course.
Koreans are
Of course.
faster paced.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
faster paced.
Filipinos, I
Yeah.
think, take their time.
Yeah, we
something
take
like
our
that.
time.
The working style is quite different.
Yes.
Or holidays. Huh?
Especially for holidays and then
Yeah.
during the work hours too.
So are you like the Japanese? The Japanese only sleep for 4 hours, I heard.
And they don't smile when they work.
Yes.
But nowadays, I believe Korean works even harder than Japanese because
Okay.
Japanese are already very rich. And we understand you see us as a workaholic. The Korean people always working and working. But there are reasons that we have to work very hard because we have a country with a harsh winter.
Yeah.
We crops
Very
only
cold.
once a year. But in the Philippines, you can crop twice, even 3 times. So if you miss the time to seed, you can do it later.
Yes. It's our agriculture.
In
Yes.
Korea, if you
cannot.
didn't miss
Yes.
the
Yes.
One
time,
chance
Yes.
That's
no.
it.
or no
Yes.
chance at all.
you could die.
Yes.
So that's why we work hard and we are very, kind of prompt in many ways. But in a way, also this working hard is what made us nowadays.
are.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So population-wise, how many are you right now?
50
million.
So
Last year
you're just
we
one,
reached the
you're just
50.
one half
Yes.
of the Philippines.
Yes, that's true.
Right.
Yeah. How many are overseas?
7 million.
7
7 million
million.
people are overseas.
That's more than 10%.
But it doesn't, in 50 million, it doesn't count the 7 million.
Oh.
Yes, so the
So
total
you're
means
actually
it is
57
yeah.
million.
Yeah.
So still more than 10%, I guess.
Yes.
Apart from
Concentrated where?
America and China, Japan.
You have numbers?
For the China, it's 2.4 million, and then 2 million in US. It is around.
Yeah.
Mostly businessmen also, or workers?
It's different from China and Japan and America. Most of the migrants to America is a volunteered one. They chose to go there.
Yeah.
But to China and
In
Japan,
Japan,
it's because of the Japanese colonial ruling. They escaped from Korea
Oh,
to go to China, and they actually direct to Japan. During the time, they were forced to come to Japan to work or to fight against
So these are third generation
something like
Koreans.
that. Yes.
Do they still speak Korean?
Yeah, still big. They still have Korean citizenship, but
Ah.
some of them they don't speak Korean that much. So.
Yeah.
course.
So it's almost like they're in between, isn't it? Between
Yes,
two
right,
worlds.
right.
And they won't feel at home in Korea either if they come home.
Yeah, those third generation, they don't really feel home in Korea.
And they don't feel at home in Japan.
Somehow they feel more
Right.
home in
Feel
Japan, I
better.
guess.
Yes,
Yes, so I think they are in between situations. So
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of marginal
So how many are they?
About 1 million.
1 million?
in Japan, yes.
That's still a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, yeah. But at least the Koreans and the Japanese don't look so far apart. So I suppose it's easier for them to look like the
That's true,
Japanese.
yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So let's go to politics.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's good.
We have a common experience. You have American bases. Can
Right.
you tell us about that?
We
And
have
they
yeah,
still have their bases there.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
we have still the American forces in Korea. It's
Yeah.
about, I'm not sure the exact number, but around 10,000 American forces reside
Okay.
in Korea.
So where is the base located?
And then in Yongsan,
In Seoul.
in Yongsan in Seoul,
And,
and then
Around Seoul, Metro
around
Seoul
Seoul,
area, and
yeah.
some in other provinces,
in there.
yes.
Yes. How do the Korean people feel about the American soldiers? I think you've seen how we react to them here. Sometimes we like them, sometimes we don't
yeah, sometimes
like them.
it depends on the people. Yeah,
Yeah.
Some people are against the
Yeah.
American army, and some people think that thank American forces because
Yes.
it's kind of a deterrence to
Yeah.
the
Now that
North
there's
Korean.
always
Yeah.
potential trouble brewing,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, the
problem.
deterrence to North Korea. So
Yeah.
it has bad things and good things together. So
Yeah.
So,
So you see the need for the Americans to stay in South Korea
yeah,
because
yeah.
of the uncertainty, especially
Right,
with the
right,
North.
right.
Yeah. How many North Koreans are there?
Population,
Yes.
Yes.
22,
Around 20 million. I guess.
22 million
Between
something, yes.
20 million.
Yes. But in terms of size, you're the same, the North and the South.
Actually, the North Korea is smaller, bigger than South
A bit
Korea.
bigger than South.
It's a
Korea.
bigger,
Yes,
a bit bigger.
but less people.
Yeah, less people.
Less people. In terms of the land, they are slightly bigger than our South Korea.
Yes.
But
But
in terms of
North Korea
population-
is mountainous. Yes.
It's
so many
mountainous.
mountain areas.
Not very productive
Okay.
land.
and
Yeah.
colder, and population-wise, they are half of the South Korean size.
Okay. Talking about population, age-wise, what
Yes.
is your average age? I mean, median age for the
The
population.
median area is around 30 something, I guess 37 or something like that.
So that means it's a young population.
Still young, but the elderly people more than 65 and plus is last year it was 11%.
Already.
Already. So we call it, we are already aging
You're
society.
aging.
And then our birth rate is quite low.
How
It's-
low?
It's 1.26.
Do you
So-
envy us? Do you envy us?
Yeah, we're ahead of them.
So we changed our policy, but in the past our policy was birth control.
Yeah.
So recommended not to have a baby, but
Yeah.
these days we give subsidy to have more babies.
Yeah, but people don't want to
They
have more
don't want
babies.
that,
Yeah.
Yes, they're used to having
Yeah.
a very small family
Yeah,
yeah.
already now.
Yeah.
Already.
But it casts a very big problem to the government.
Yeah.
We should increase their birth
Yeah,
rate,
right, birth rate.
but people don't really listen to.
Okay, you want to increase your birth rate because it's really slowly
Slowly.
going down,
Yes, we
and
see.
aging.
Yes,
So
aging.
you need people to take over the manufacturing, your economy.
Mhm.
So aside from giving more money, what other incentives? I mean, I want to ask a naughty question. Is that one reason why Koreans want to marry other people aside from Korean women? You get a Filipina, she can have 7 babies.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, one of the problem they don't want to have some babies is some serious competition
Yeah.
for their children through the education
Ah,
and getting
the
jobs
education.
and education.
Raising children in Korea is quite, it costs a lot.
difficult.
So you're sending them to the Philippines, to the U.S. for English lessons, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In a way,
Invest
that's
a lot,
what. Yes.
Quite competitive education system. So
Okay, is your education free all the way to the university?
from elementary and middle school, We
Yeah.
have the elementary school and 3-year middle school and
Yeah.
3-year high school and 4
Yeah.
years college and
That means
universities.
up to grade 9.
Yeah, so
Up to grade nine,
until,
nine,
until
it's
middle
free.
school. Yeah,
It's free.
until junior high.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's grade
free,
9,
but
yes.
That's true.
from high school and
But-
universities, it's not free.
Everybody goes high school, and almost everybody
Yeah.
go
To the
to
university.
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 So you also have a very competitive entrance exam in the universities?
You're right,
Yeah, even
right.
after graduation of the university, they still have a big problem to
Get
get
job.
jobs.
Yeah, yeah. But
Because-
Samsung now and LG are doing so well, even in the mobile telephone business.
The cars.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
cars too. Here,
Yeah,
here
Hyundai.
and Hyundai. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, they are doing very well actually.
Yeah.
Hyundai.
Yeah.
Hyundai's market share in the
Daewoo also,
Philippines
right?
is Daewoo
Daewoo?
was already sold to GM.
Oh,
Ah,
oh.
to General Motors.
Yes.
right.
But General Motors just went down.
Yeah, so
So
it might
The
be sold
expensive
somebody else.
Daewoo.
Maybe Filipino company can buy the Daewoo.
no, you buy it back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because even Chrysler and Mercedes-Benz, they split up again because because of the American company
But
going down.
I'm no expert on this automobile industry, but now we are kind of facing economy, scale of economy.
Yeah.
So the small automobile company cannot survive very well.
Yeah.
So that's why we are seeing very big automobile industries. So Hyundai and Kia is now one company.
One company.
Yes.
Yeah, and Starex is very popular. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
In the
Starbucks
Philippines
fits
especially,
to
Yeah, with many
Philippines
children,
situation,
it's
yes,
perfect
and,
for big families.
The family is important in the Philippines. That's
Yeah.
why the Starex is very popular in the Philippines, I guess.
Promotions man.
Family oriented.
part of
Family
my job.
orientation. Yes.
Okay, this is what I'm afraid of. Well, we've gone overtime, so we've got to have a short break. And after the break, I want to find out why you're so interested also in luring Filipinos to work in South Korea.
Yeah, the overseas worker. Okay. Okay.
We'll be right
Thank you
back.
very much. Yeah.